time for Thriving Thursday. Thriving Thursday. I'm excited. So, we are here. We're live. We've been going live on Facebook and Instagram for 3 weeks now. This is our third week. That's a celebration. Lachelle! Good morning, sis. Good morning. So, it's Thriving Thursday, and we got to talk about thriving today. We got to talk about thriving today. So, I'm excited. You know, what I originally had on the schedule for this morning for us to talk about as it relates to Thriving Thursday was, changing and transforming our insecurities into securities. But I moved, I moved. And so we're going to save that one for next Thursday, next Thriving Thursday. And today we gonna talk about something different. We're gonna talk about releasing and letting go. That's just that's the theme for the week, honestly. We have been creating space at Center Me for women professionals and entrepreneurs to promote and encourage their advancement, their expansion, their ability to thrive in the pivotal roles that they carry through wellness. And a huge part of that is learning how to navigate opportunities for releasing and letting go. And because today is Thriving Thursday, we want to really hone in on what we're talking about, because we released a guide, letting go with ease. We really want to talk about how essential letting go is for your alignment with abundance, expansion, success, and growth in general, whether it be professional or personal. And I'm going to share a personal story with y'all today as well. Um, but being able to celebrate yourself is already a huge win in this journey of entrepreneurship. Um, you know, any type of pivotal roles in your organization, whether it be C-level, whether it be director, managerial. Um, Being able to celebrate yourself is something that we're going to always create space for every Thursday here at Center Me. And so when we talk about letting go, there's always an opportunity to celebrate something, even if we feel like we're losing, even if we feel like there's a loss. There's an opportunity to celebrate. And so I can use just an example of death. When we lose someone, that grief is real. And when we are able to heal through that process of grief, there's a celebration that is necessary there, because now we get to honor that loss with celebration. We get to honor that memory. We get to honor that experience. We get to honor that individual by celebrating. And so we transform what we felt was loss into something that allows us to open ourselves up and create more space for more love to flow easily through us. And so when we talk about letting go in terms of, business, in terms of professional and personal development, letting go is something that is going to happen quite often in this journey. There are a lot of times where we plan things, and I know that you feel me when I'm talking about this. When we plan things and they don't work out the way that we planned it. And that attachment, being able to release the attachment that comes with this is what the outcome was supposed to be. This is what the result was supposed to be. This is how these were supposed to respond. When we release that attachment, we allow an opportunity for another path, another route, another way for success, for advancement, for expansion to take place in our lives. And so we have to be able to celebrate what we feel is a loss. Because when we do that, we turn that into not only a lesson learned, not only do we turn that into an opportunity for us to be even more strategic in our endeavors, but we also create more space. We're creating more space in within ourselves and within our organizations, within our roles, to be able to be more flexible, to be able to open up our perspectives so that we're able to see more for ourselves. You see what I'm saying? So when we are able to let go, we are truly aligning ourselves with abundance. We are truly aligning ourselves with success and expansion. And this is why self love is just so essential in this journey that we're on as women professionals and entrepreneurs, because the way that we respond to ourselves on a personal way is how we respond to the world around us, to our organizations, to our communities, to our households. And so being able to respond to what we perceive as loss on a personal level is going to be directly reflected in the way that we respond to loss, what we perceive to be as loss on a professional level. And so we are going to take time to celebrate letting go today, sis. We are celebrating the let go. We are celebrating the release. We are celebrating anything that we perceive to be as loss. And so I'm going to share with you all a story, personal experience um, that I've had to. And let me just say this: letting go is never easy. I said that well, let me take that back, because it can get easy after so much resistance. Because resistance will wear you down, sis. Okay, it will wear you down. If you resist letting go over time, that resistance will have you over here like, you know what, just, all right, I can't do it no more. I'm just gonna have to, all right, you got it. You got it. Especially if you are trying to align yourself with your highest good, when you are trying to align yourself with abundance, when you are meeting what is for you with resistance, and sometimes what is for you is to let go. But you meeting it with resistance, I mean, bam, bam, you hitting it like a brick wall. Every time there's an opportunity for you to let go, you just bam, 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 you resisting that thing. And so because of that, you getting worn out. Resistance requires energy. Resistance requires a lot of energy. But see, when you flow and let go, what kind of energy? I mean, how much energy is there to do that? You know what I'm saying? And so all of the struggle that comes with letting go, all of the difficulties that we face when it comes to letting go is all up here. We create that. Okay? But the act of letting go in itself, it doesn't require any energy. You literally are taking a step back and saying, "All right, you got it. That ain't for me. All right, letting go is for me. All right." And that doesn't require much energy, right? It requires intention because you got to be for real when you make that commitment to let go. You got to be for real about it. And so, whenever I was presented with an opportunity to let go, um, I didn't take it recently. I didn't take it, sis. And I knew that something, and let me just say this. So here's the thing. When you know, I'm gonna give you some symptoms of resistance, right? So when you are met with an opportunity to let go, one of the ways that you can tell that there's an opportunity to let go is you may start feeling fatigue more than usual. Oh man. You may start thinking that, oh, I'm gonna take this nap. I'm gonna take this nap. And taking a nap, there's nothing wrong with it. But if you know for a fact that you are genuinely tired and it's been a few days that you've been having to take these naps, you're using energy elsewhere, sis. There's an energy drain somewhere that's not consistent with what is in alignment with your highest good. That's not consistent with what it requires of you to be successful each and every day. All right. And you have to be able to know, especially when you're not working on any extra projects or there isn't anything that's new, right? And so that's a symptom. Another symptom of resistance is in letting go. Is I'm trying to think of the one that I experienced recently was oh, this is a huge one. Overreacting. If there is something that happens, and usually this is something that you would respond to with calm, with, presence, and you are finding, you notice yourself responding to something in a way that is, you know, not you, right? It's a little bit more than it's a little bit more than how you usually respond to things. It's requiring a little bit more energy than what it usually, would for you, right? And so you are responding to things in a way that is not in proportion to the situation, right? So you're quote unquote overreacting. And right? You. You know when you overreacting. You know what I'm saying? You know when you're using more energy than necessary. You know when you're out of your character. You know. And so this is not only going to help you, paying attention to these type of symptoms is not only going to help you to recognize when you're in resistance, in a state of resistance, but it's also going to help you in improving your self-awareness, right? Because being able to be more self-aware is really key in emotional wellness. And emotional wellness is what we are trying to encourage and promote its underneath. So this is how you ensure your success. This is how you ensure your advancement. This is how you ensure your expansion, right? And so being emotionally well, and there's just so many different reports and studies and research that support this, right? So emotional wellness is how we take what it is that we're already doing to the next level. We optimize our impact. And so self-awareness is something that's going to help contribute to that. And so when we recognize these symptoms of resistance, like, okay, I'm experiencing fatigue. I'm using more energy than necessary. I'm presented with something that I'm avoiding. I am or if you're not avoiding it, you're suppressing it. And so sometimes we experience emotions. I know for me, an emotion that I am currently still working on. I made a commitment last year actually to be more present in anger, because I spent a majority of my life suppressing anger. And the problem with suppressing anger is that when you actually get angry to the point where it's an intense experience of anger, you lose control. And because of that, you may say things, your expression is going to be unhealthy, so you may say things that you don't mean. You may try to be manipulative and use the silent treatment. You may yell. You may become violent. You may argue. These are all unhealthy forms of expression, right? And so this is going to attract energy to you that you just do not want, right? And so for me, when I recognize that suppressing that particular emotion, which honestly, suppressing any emotion is just not healthy, right? There's going to always be consequences to it. And so for me, I recognized that I was suppressing anger, and because of that, whenever I got angry or experienced an intense anger episode, I lost control. I lost presence. Right? I lost myself in those moments, and so whenever I was met with an opportunity to let go of anger recently, I avoided it. And see, that's the thing about anger. Anger is seductive. And if you can't catch it early, it's just going to get harder and harder to get control over that thing. And then suppressing it is not the answer. You think that suppressing it is going to help? Suppressing any emotion is going to help you, and it's not. Putting it on the shelf is not making it go away. Sweeping it under the rug is not making it go away. Telling yourself that it doesn't bother you is not making it go away. You have to address it, not cope with it. Not, pretend like you're over it. You have to address it. And so the thing about anger specifically, though, anger, as I said, and you can find this in Emotional Intelligence. I think the author is Daniel. It's called Emotional Intelligence. I can't remember the last name for the author, but he talks about how anger is very seductive and how if you don't catch it early on, it's going to provoke thoughts and behaviors that are going to continue to make it, very much present in your being, in your body, specifically in your body. But I'm speaking to it from a spiritual and body perspective. And so you may not be consciously aware of what these suppressed emotions are doing. But trust and believe the behavior, the thoughts, the way that you respond to people, the way that you respond to yourself is going to be changed, is going to be altered when there is suppressed energy. That's what emotions are. They're energy in motion, right? And so that energy is still within you if you're not addressing it and being very intentional about releasing it and letting it go, right? And so this recent experience that I had was I got angry about something and I told myself, you know what? I'm not gonna let that bother me. I can't let that bother me. I have things to do. I'm doing this, that, and the third, and I'm too busy for anger. I'm too I'm too self-love coach for anger. See, you got to be able to call yourself out on your own BS. You know what I'm saying? You got to be able to call yourself out on your own BS in this thing because it requires honesty. It requires honesty with self. It requires you to be truthful with yourself. This thing is something that opens you up. You get wide open in this thing, this self-love thing. And so I'm sitting here. I'm too self-love coach for anger. So I don't have time for this. And instead of addressing the anger, I suppressed it. And we can suppress, and what you just witnessed was suppression in action. See, sometimes we think that suppressing means that we're saying to ourselves, I'm going to bury this emotion. I'm going to put this emotion on a shelf. I'm going to throw this emotion to the darkest, deepest parts of the neglected part of my being. I'm not going to honor this emotion. That's not what suppression looks like. Sometimes it can. Sometimes it just can be, listen, I don't have time, not right now. But when I recognized that I said I was, and it wasn't that I said I'm too self-love coach for anger. I know that's what I felt. And I know that that was ego. And I know that ego requires more energy than the self. And so I suppressed the energy, I suppressed the anger, and I just kept moving, moving, moving. But then I started realizing there were symptoms popping up. This energy is popping up in other areas of my life. The way that I'm responding to my babies, the way I'm responding to my business, the way I'm responding to the work, the way I'm responding to the struggle, the way I'm responding to everything. And it's all coming from a space of what? You guessed it. Anger. Anger. And boy, let me tell you something about energy. Let me tell you something about energy. And it's not in it. Listen, energy is life. So what does life want to do? Life wants to live. Energy is life, and life wants to live. And so if we are unaware of the energy that we are harboring, and we're not addressing it, what you think that energy gonna do? It's gonna do whatever it takes to live. And this is a fact. This energy is going to create thoughts, behaviors, scenarios that haven't even happened. It's going to pull energy from the past. Tell me you ain't never got mad and started bringing up old stuff. Come on now. And so when we're not addressing our emotions, addressing this anger, addressing this energy, then it starts to show up in every other area in our lives. And so when I was able to recognize that, I was able to recognize, man, I'm holding on to something. I'm resisting the letting go of this thing. And I'm resisting letting go of it because I haven't made time to accept it. Haven't made time to accept it because I haven't actually expressed it. Haven't expressed it because I haven't created time and space to reflect on it. See, I wasn't keeping it real. And so we have to keep it real in order to address these suppressed emotions, to address emotions that are stimulated throughout the day, to address emotions that, we shelved from last year, last week, last month, last quarter. We have to be able to position ourselves to address it. And that's why creating time and space for yourself is necessary. And when you do that, don't ever forget the icing on the cake. That's the celebration. Because it's Thriving Thursday. It's Thriving Thursday. I'm going to bring it back to celebration. And I celebrated myself when I realized that I was holding on to this anger that was keeping me from progressing, that was keeping me from being in alignment with my highest good, that was keeping me from being in alignment with abundance, that was keeping me from advancing what it is that I'm trying to do. I had to celebrate it. I had to create time and space to celebrate myself for this. One, I had to celebrate the fact that I got to the point where I could see it. Just noticing it is worth celebration, sis. That is worth celebration. You noticed yourself. That is worth celebration. So get excited about it because you noticed it. You noticed an opportunity for you to expand. You better get excited about that thing. Get excited about it. Fill yourself up with that feel-good energy. Oh, this is how I respond to resistance. This is how I respond to suppressing my emotions. Oh, no. I address and then I celebrate because I get excited about expanding. I get excited about being in alignment with myself. I get excited about being in alignment with my highest good. And so once you have identified there's an opportunity there for you to grow, for you to expand, celebrate it. Even if it's just, whoo, I am so grateful I caught that. Thank you. Presence, spirit, whoever you want to give credit to for helping you bring this thing to the light. You know what I'm saying? But be grateful and get excited. Be grateful and get excited. And now you can do the work. You can keep it real, reflect, express, accept, and let go. And when you celebrate that let go, understand that it's not just that fact that you're letting go of this emotion. It's not the fact that you're just letting go of this experience. It's not the fact that you're just letting go of this person, this habit, this thing that is keeping you from being in alignment with your highest good. You are also celebrating that you are creating space. You are creating space for new emotions, new experiences, new tests, new lessons, new opportunities for expansion. That's what you're celebrating. Okay? So make sure that on this Thriving Thursday, you find an opportunity to celebrate letting go of something. Whether it be somebody cutting you off, let it go, sis. Whether it be something didn't happen the way that you envisioned it happening, let it go, sis. There's a better way. I promise you, there's a better way for this thing to take place. There's a better way for this thing to get executed. There's a better way for, and the way that you envisioned was probably just not good enough for you. See, maybe sometimes when we think of things, we think, oh, this is the best way for me, when really it's not. It may not be big enough. It may not be impactful enough. It's you may be shorting yourself trying to stay attached to a certain outcome. But I can promise you that the what is for you is going to come with ease. It's going to be in alignment. And so celebrate letting go of something today. That is what I'm asking of you for this Thriving Thursday, sis. Oh man, I'm so grateful to be able to serve in this way. I'm so grateful to be able to offer myself in such a whole and transparent way. I'm so grateful that I don't get in my own way and that I'm always putting one foot in front of the other. I'm so grateful to create space for new lessons, new tests, and new opportunities for expansion, new ways to love myself deeper. I'm just so grateful for this opportunity. I'm so grateful for walking in my purpose, for trusting myself. I'm sending you so much love, so much peace, and so much light, sis. It's Thriving Thursday. I want you to celebrate yourself today. Celebrate your existence. Celebrate that you're here. Celebrate that you're whole. Celebrate that there's an opportunity each and every moment of your life to grow, to expand, and to align with your highest good. You are loved. You are loved. You are lovable. I love you. I'm happy for you. I'm excited for you. Listen, visit centerme.com to learn more about how we are creating space for our members to experience greater daily fulfillment and enhance the quality of their lives. We are helping women entrepreneurs and professionals to cultivate authenticity, self-compassion, and transformative growth. Tomorrow, we have our Keep It Real group coaching and journaling session. Make sure you get your guest pass. I hope to see you there. We're going to be talking about healthy expression and how to self-advocate. And I want you to have a wonderful rest of your day on purpose. I love you, sis.